米大リーグは日本時間11日、各地で行われ、ナ・リーグ西地区首位のドジャースは、同リーグ中地区のパイレーツと対戦しました。1番指名打者で先発出場したドジャースの大谷翔平は、3回に2試合連続となる13号先制ソロ本塁打を放ちました。大谷は7回に代打を送られて交代。この日は本塁打を含む2打数2安打1打点2四球の活躍を見せました。大谷の一打には、パイレーツの地元放送局、スポーツネットピッツバーグの放送席にも衝撃が走りました。実況のジョー・ブロック氏は、凄まじいパワーです。と驚きの声を上げました。さらにブロック氏は、ケラーは最もホームランを打たれにくい投手の一人ですと前置きした上で、大谷の一発の凄さを熱弁しました。これらの模様を日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
And Nomar, you mentioned Shohei Otani's great numbers also against Mitch Keller, 364 with 2 home runs. And Shohei really just continuing to swing a hot bat coming into this game, Jerry, since May 12th, hitting even 400, 6 homers, 23 RBIs.
Yeah, about a month or so ago, everybody was saying, what's wrong with Shohei Otani? Well, it's the season. You're not going to hit 600 for 6-7 months. That's impossible. He had a little problem with his swing. He's made some adjustments. Now we're seeing it pay dividends. He's staying square. He's trusting his hands. And what I love, that the power, yes, it's there. But the on base you see, he's getting on base, drawing his walks. But I love the fact he's going the other way with power. Last night, lefty on lefty climb against really good velocity here, dead center field. When he's doing that against left-handed pitching, that's when you know Shohei Otani is locked in.
Well, listen, not only just that one, he also got robbed. He just needed one more push-up, and there was another. He had 2 home runs yesterday, but that, too, was the opposite field. We mentioned when he was having struggles where that front side and those hips seemed to open up at the same time, but now you see that front side staying closed and staying back and driving the ball the other way. Listen, we know he can pull it, and he definitely does that, but when he's doing that, he is really hard to pitch to. He also stays back more on some of these off-speed pitches as well. We weren't concerned about it. I know we had to talk about it, but it's like, listen, we're not concerned about it too much. It's still early, and, man, we are seeing it.
And hopefully he's feeling good. Day game after pitching for the Dodgers and the DH last night.
With 20 runs on 23 hits, 9 hits with runners in scoring position as well so far this series.
Yeah, they've really been effective here in Pittsburgh. They could have even had more. That home run robbed last night. Shohei would have had one. Again, everybody's been contributing. They've been doing it in different ways, hitting the ball out of the ballpark, hitting it in the gaps. But everybody hot right now.
Let's show you the starting lineup for the Dodgers with the help of your SoCal Helpful Honda dealers. It is the same starting lineup on this Thursday as you saw on Tuesday and Wednesday. Otani leading off as the DH. Andy Pages bats second and center field. Then Freddie Freeman at first. Mookie Betts cleans up at short. Max Muncy bats fifth at the hot corner. Kyle Tucker in the 6th spot in right field. And then the last 3 of the order, Ryan Ward in left. Dalton Rushing catching once again. And Alex Freeland at second base. It's a Dodger team that has won 19 of 26 games since the 13th of May. 8 wins by 7+ runs. They were up by 5 last night after 6 innings, but couldn't hang on. But Shohei Otani has been one of the drivers in this stretch. The last 25 games, a 400 batting average. He's got multiple hits in 13 of those 25 games.
Well, you look at those 16 extra base hits. I mean, for me, last night, the best representation was him coming up in that 9th inning, hitting a home run off of the reliever Soto, 99-mile-an-hour pitch, dead center.
And that was after earlier in the game facing Jared Jones, upper 90s fastball to left field, and it took a home run robbery from Reynolds to prevent Otani from a second home run.
We saw so many of the reactions here with the crowd, the dugout, your teammates. But what was everybody's reactions back home? Because I'm sure your phone had to have been blowing up, especially that first home run being off of Shohei Otani.
100%. Yeah, I got back and there was hundreds of text messages and all my family and friends reaching out and everybody that supported me along the way. I mean, takes a village, and everybody that was there, I'm glad they could all celebrate it with me.
the baseball side of that moment a little bit. Spencer was saying last night he was surprised at the movement of Otani's fastball, especially against lefties, but he said you were somebody who noticed it right off the jump and were able to adjust. So when you were stepping up to the plate, what did you notice about the way he was pitching last night? Because you put together some really good at-bats, whether it was a walk or, of course, the home runs.
Yeah, he was throwing his fastball down a lot, and his fastball has a pretty natural cut motion to it. That's honestly pretty different from majority of pitchers you face. There's not really spin on it, but it gets on you pretty quick and it cuts inside a lot. And he was using it at the bottom of the zone, I noticed, to a lot of the lefties. So I kind of just took advantage of that, watched everybody else's at bats, see what they thought, and he gave me a pitch to do it on.
What type of confidence does that give you with yourself offensively right now then, that you were able to notice that stuff against one of the best pitchers in baseball and execute?
I mean, a ton of confidence, obviously. At the end of the day, I've said it before, it's the same game. It's stuff you do in high school. You watch how high school pitchers are pitching, and generically, like, the guy's got really good stuff. He's going to do what he knows he can do to strike guys out. So if it's throwing the force him down like that day, then I'm going to play his game and roll with it.
Well, you certainly rolled with it. You rolled with it all the way back to the dugout. You had some curtain calls last night with the fans, but I think one moment that everyone wanted to see that didn't happen was the silent treatment in the dugout for your first Major League home run. Were you surprised at all that everybody was celebrating?
Yeah, I was surprised. I don't think a lot of guys on the team knew that it was my first home run, since it's my first one with the organization and stuff, but I think in a moment like that, everybody was just too fired up to do a silent treatment, so it worked out well.
Marcel said he was aware, but he told me, hey, when it's Shohei Otani, he's gonna celebrate it. So were you happy that in that moment, all right, you got to put on the welding hood and you got to do the whole thing?
100%, yeah. That's a moment I'll look back on forever. It was amazing.
Keller's payoff to right field. Valdez turns and watches it fly. Otani's second home run in as many games breaks the ice in this series finale. 1-0 LA. Now 5 for 12 with 3 homers against Mitch Keller.
Would you believe maybe a statue while you're still active? Again, just kind of flicks that ball out there, but the whole point of it is he gets the barrel of the bat to the ball and it's out in front. And yes, the body position doesn't look great, but it is behind the bat.
Still hit that about 108 off the bat.
I mean, it really is amazing.
Third home run in the last 5 games for Otani. 5 in the last 13.
I mean, actually, the body position is great. It's just that he was reaching for it. And look, if you ever wonder about body position and how blah, 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 just look at the Kirk Gibson home run, right? Now, going back to Shohei and just what he's done lately, through May 11th, he had a .404 slug percentage, 6 home runs. Since then, a .750 slug, 7 home runs. And really, the last 2, that pitch was the bottom part of the zone. It was down the middle, but again, it didn't look like he really got everything into it. Boom, line drive out. The ball he hit last night, it was 99 miles an hour. He hits it out to dead center, and it literally looked like he was just catching the ball with his barrel. Like, I don't even know why I'm amazed at anything he does. It's like it's almost expected.
Otani walked that first time around. Otani's been, I could say, the hottest hitter in baseball for the last month or so.
Miles per hour slower.
That slider, though, roped out of here, and the Dodgers lead 1-0 on Otani's 13th home run. Immense power.
I didn't think it was high enough.
Well, the Babe used to call his shot. Maybe he was just waiting for his pitch, and it looked like he wanted that one.
Yeah, there aren't many. I mean, that you always worry about going down and into a lefty with the breaking ball. That one actually was, you know, a backdoor breaking ball. Might have got to the middle of the plate, but still, to be able to blister it like that on the line into the seats is impressive.
Now this one is scalded into right center field. A 2-out single for Shohei. Multiple hits in 14 of his last 26 games.
You know, and this is usually that day that, you know, after you're a starting pitcher, and especially with the conditions that Shohei had to throw in last night, as humid as it was, this is your recovery day, right? This is the day where you're getting worked on, you get a massage, you get, not Shohei. He's out hitting home runs, running the bases, hitting the ball off the bat 109 miles an hour. Different breed. You know what the thing with Shohei, though, I think the way the game is for him, it's like, you know, back in the day when you're in Little League or something, and maybe if you're that dominant player and you couldn't wait till that one game during the week or that game on Saturday when you knew, it's like, just how am I going to demoralize the rest of the guys, right? And that's the way you go. Like, is there ever a worry? You know, it's just, you know, how great am I going to be?
The top half of the Dodger lineup has been great today. Not just Otani, but the first 4, 6 for 8 combined.
But you know what? He's the one that got things going, right? In the 3rd inning, 1 out, boom, he hits the home run, and then some things happen. In the 4th inning, there's 2 outs, nobody on. He gets the single. Like, he ignites things. He, you know, pours more gasoline on things. I mean, it just is.
No, he's the lightning rod.
I mean, it is crazy.
Or is he the lightning?
Whatever he wants to be. I mean, I said it last night, and, you know, I'm sure maybe it will offend some, you know, baseball historians or whatever, but really, like, when you think about it, he's above the Mount Rushmore. He's his own mountain.
And still in his prime.
Right, and still not even finished. Like, that's, we are so spoiled.
But let's begin, Jerry, by talking about Shohei Otani. It's always concerning when you see someone else come in to pinch hit for him when the game is still in the balance, and then we find out he's got knee inflammation on the left knee, something he's dealt with before in his career.
Yeah, and listen, inflammation, you know, we've had it before. I know I've had it.
Still
Hopefully,
have it.
Yeah, I still have it. Hopefully, it's just one of those things where you understand, hey, you know what, there's some inflammation, get some ice on it right away, allow it to calm down. Dodgers were ahead in the game. Felt like we were comfortably ahead. But obviously, Shohei Otani had a great day at the plate. Anytime you have dealt with the injury in the past, you want to be more proactive to make sure you kind of hit it at the pass, so to speak, and make sure you get ice on it right away, calm it down, and hopefully it's something that's not serious like you dealt with in the past. So obviously, Shohei Otani means so much to this ball club, not just offensively, but also obviously on the pitching side as well. So we're going to wait to hear from Dave Roberts, hopefully get a chance to hear from Shohei Otani as well, give some information. So we're hoping it's just a minor thing.
Yeah, but there's definitely concern because sometimes when you have inflammation, even if you had an injury there before or have dealt with it, you have some inflammation here and there, then you're going, okay, well, maybe not having it, now why did all of a sudden it flare up on me in the particular game, or was it maybe a particular slide, or it could have been a particular moment, who knows? So that's what's concerning, that you're going, okay, was there something else that may have been aggravated to create this inflammation, maybe more so than you've had in the past, which obviously caused you to come out of the game. So obviously there's concern. We definitely have, I don't want to speculate anything, right, but we all are hoping for the best, and we'll wait to hear to see exactly what it is.
Dave, first, let's kind of start with the injuries. Shohei, we saw that he left the game with knee inflammation. How is he feeling, and just what is your level of concern with that?
Not high. I think that we tried to be smart about it, and you know, talked to the trainer and said he had a little behind the knee, little hamstring. So just wanted to be smart and not push it. So I feel good about him being in there tomorrow, but obviously with the travel tonight, we'll just kind of see how he comes in.
Was there something that sparked it, or was it something he's been kind of feeling?
No, first we heard about it. So I don't know if it was when he tried to steal second base or what, but didn't hear about it last night, didn't hear about it today until about the 6th inning, something like that.
But Tommy, do you know if it happened on a specific play tonight, or kind of how you manage it going forward with him?
You know, I don't know which play, what caused it. My assumption is, I haven't talked to Shohei yet, but my assumption is it was trying to steal second base. But I don't know. Obviously, I think that we got to be smart on the bases and not take chances if we don't really need to. So if that was the cause, I don't really know right now.
Does it concern you that would be the landing leg for pitching?
No, you know what? I don't think it really For me, you could argue that it's better the landing leg versus the push off. So I really don't know the answer to that. Obviously, he hasn't tried to pitch. So tomorrow he'll get there, do his routine, play catch, push off or land on it, see how it reacts, and then obviously take swings and then see how that reacts too. I don't. And I feel very, very confident he'll be in there for his next turn.
But like, is that like something sharp pain or like a little bit discomfort or thing?
Discomfort. It was more discomfort, yes.
Shohei had surgery on left knee in the past. Is this the same area?
I don't think so. I think it's more hamstring versus knee. It's behind the knee, but I think it's the attachment of the knee and the hamstring.
Is it something where he like said, I can't go anymore, or are you guys just trying to be kind of proactive?
More be proactive, yep.
At bats from Shohei, especially coming off of a taxing day yesterday to do it.
Really good at bats. I mean, even to he got robbed of a homer. He took some walks. The balls that he was hitting to the big part of the field, the homer that he hit. It was really good, especially, after an off day or after a day he pitches where he's usually mentally and physically fatigued. He was really locked in tonight at bat.
All right, so at least for now, we can all breathe a little bit easier. Dave Roberts saying his concern level with Shohei Otani is not high. Jared, we got some more clarity on what Shohei was feeling, saying it was behind his knee where he was feeling some discomfort. And Dave Roberts even left it open for him to possibly be in the lineup in Chicago for Game 1 of that series.
Yeah, you know what's amazing? I would have that behind the knee when I was with Baltimore. I was a younger guy, but as I got older, that stuff subsided. The good thing is it is behind the knee, so it's no like structural in the knee where you're worried about meniscus, ACL, and certainly it's not what he dealt with. Well, I think it was 2019. Dylan Hernandez reported it. He had surgery on. But that being said, go through your routine. He's going to have his pitching routine tomorrow. See how he feels. He has to feel, 100%. I feel great. If he's going to be in the lineup. If he doesn't feel 100%, this kind of feel, you're done. You're not playing that day. Let's get some treatment on it. Make sure this totally subsides. We can't risk this behind the knee turning into a calf or a hamstring, because I think that's what I'm concerned with. I don't think it's so much the part of the knee. It's behind the knee where you have the hamstring and the calf, the muscles are joined there. So I think that is the biggest thing, more concerning for me. So Show has to be completely honest, and he's got to be 100%, man, I feel outstanding for him to play. If he doesn't, I would take tomorrow off, because you got to remember, I know it's a shorter flight, but it's still a flight. You're still flying to Chicago. Be very careful with this thing.
I agree with what you said, 100%. But at the same time, as a manager, though, you're probably also going, okay, my player's probably going to say, I feel 100%, even though you're dealing with it, or do you take it right out of their hand? I know the difficulty that Dave Roberts has is you don't have Teoscar, you don't have Will Smith. You have certain guys that are already on the IL, and you want his bat in there. Once again, this same lineup just scored another 8 runs. They had a good job. The amount of runs they scored in Pittsburgh was impressive. But honestly, you don't even want to mess around with this. This is one, he just pitched in last night's game. You have this kind of flare up, just take it out of his hands. Even if he feels great, it's one of those, Jared, you and I always just hear what Dusty would say, you feel great, good, take another day.
Yeah,
it's just one more day, regardless, if you're coming off the IL, whatever, maybe coming off an injury. But even if you're just feeling something, you can afford it, you're going into a new series. Right now, you've got to trust your guys, and everything can pick up the slack. Maybe you have him maybe just pinch hit if it needs to, but I would really take it out of his hands, just because, listen, what you're dealing with, and already have some of these guys on the shelf, you don't want to mess with it, because obviously he's not only just your stud hitter, but he also a pitcher in there in your rotation.
Was it raining in Chicago? There were tornado warnings, right?
It was earlier today.
So I wonder if they're going to rain a little bit tomorrow. Another thing with Shohei, you got to be mindful if it's some raindrops on the ground, meaning the wet ground, you're going to, rounding first base, you got to be concerned with. If he does play, you're banned from stealing a base. You're banned from stretching a single into double. So you're kind of taking that side of the ball from him a little bit. You got to understand, he's a DH. If he's playing, you cannot stretch a single and double. You cannot steal a base. 50% running, hit a ground ball, you can jog. Obviously, you want his bat in there because he is game-changing with the bat, as we saw with the home run again tonight. But if he's in there, man, 50% max, you cannot risk anything. He is too valuable.
And also, you got to factor in because, like you said, no more. He's also the ace of the pitching staff, at least has been to this point. Dave Roberts said he will go through his routine tomorrow in between starts. He will throw in Chicago and maybe see how that knee feels because that is that plant leg.
And that's another factor, too, because it's also the routine that he has to go to prepare. It's not just a matter of, hey, we take one day, okay, fine, like a position player because you know you're getting in there. He also has something that he's preparing to pitch as well. And if you have something that's going to stop you maybe from doing all of that is needed, that too, not only the hamstring tear that you mentioned, a calf or whatever with the leg itself, but now are you messing with other parts of the arm because now you're favoring it, you're thinking about it, worried about when you pitch. So that's the concern. That's what I'm saying. This is something that they really just sometimes may have to just take out of their hands, just say, here's your day, whatever it may be. Even if it's like, okay, just go through your routine, you feel fine, but let's just stop it at that and not worry about playing. Just get yourself prepared. But we'll wait and see, no doubt. We'll wait and see. We're all concerned.
As much as he means to the team, you get a little nervous when you see Shohei come out of the game. Yeah, I mean, he's the best player in the world. So hopefully he's all right. I have no idea anything. So I just saw Santiago go up there. So hopefully he's all right.
For Shohei Otani, but it worked out well. Hopefully the good news on Shohei Otani continues in the coming days as well, Nomar, but we should do a little breakdown on that 13th home run of the season.
Yeah, it was really impressive, and we're going to have to go Access 360 and have another look at Shohei Otani and just the sheer power that he has. We know he has power, but man, even when his timing may be off, he still has enough power to drive it out. He gets 3-0, gets ahead of the count, 3-1, fastball strike. Then they come with a cutter. All right, he misses that, but now 3-2, and what do? We're not coming back with a fastball. We're not coming with what you expect. 3-2 slider, and it's down in the zone. Not a bad placement for a slider. It's actually a really good pitch here. But look, he's still out in front. He is out front. His timing isn't perfect, but out in front. But I love the way he keeps the front side, his shoulder closed on that. He's head down on it, extends the arms out there, and it's like he almost just throws a bat, just flicks it out there, and he lets go with one hand because he has to extend so far to reach that ball because he was out in front. Most of us, we do that. It's a weak fly ball to the outfielder, and they're just camped under it. For Shohei, that's a souvenir for a fan because he's so kind, but also he just has that much power and can still drive it out of the ballpark.
You know, start of the season, I didn't really call Shohei Otani a lot, but I've called Shohei quite a bit the last month or so, and it's been fun being on this ride. Both of us been red hot and called shot, and Shohei on the mound at the plate. So it's been a great ride, and hopefully Sho's back in the game tomorrow night.
Would you have someone to pick tomorrow if he's not playing?
Well, we'll make adjustments, Sean. But right now, you know, we're focusing on Sho being in the lineup tomorrow. If not, we'll pivot.
As the Dodgers defeat him 8-6. And one of the reasons you don't get a lead in the game is they have Shohei Otani. Look, a lot of talk, and understandably so. Is this guy the best player in baseball history? And it's a legitimate discussion that you can have. He's been the best pitcher in baseball this year. He's a 4-time MVP. And in this series, we got to see him go 4 for 11, 2 homers, robbed of a homer by Brian Reynolds.
Robbed of a hit.
5 RBIs, robbed of another hit, 5 RBIs, 4 runs scored, drew 3 walks. I mean, he's just a wrecking crew at the top of the order.
Yeah, I mean, he also had a quality start right in the middle of it. So, I mean, yeah, this guy's a special breed of talent. I'm sitting here looking at his career numbers. Pitching was 45-22 with a 2.78 ERA, 111 games, 596 innings, 743 strikeouts. I mean, there's a great chance this guy's going to have 2,000 strikeouts and over 550, 600 home runs. I'm telling you, folks, he's the best player that's ever walked this planet. I don't know if he's from this planet. I joked around in the old cast that he got called up to 5A. That's why he got taken out of the game. That's how good he is.
Yeah, I don't think it's particularly close as to whether he's the greatest player ever when you really look at the stats like you shared, Michael. But he makes the game look so easy, and he makes good players look very average around him. It's just incredible. I mean, that ball he hit off Keller was out front.
A flicky.
Butt out. Let's flick the hands at it.
So strong.
And he's just so big and so strong. Has so much skill that it's really astonishing to watch him.
You have to say what you said upstairs.
he looks like a little league player that's better than all the other kids. He got his growth spurt
He looks
early.
like that 12-year-old that hit puberty.
Right.
He played against all the 9-year-olds. It's wild.
Now, I will say this. I think other guys are certainly in the conversation.
100.
The greatest of all
But
time.
they can't
You know what I
pitch.
mean? Babe Ruth pitched.
Yeah, for a little while.
Okay, well, he held the record, World Series record
You're right.
of consecutive
Right.
shutout innings.
Yeah, you're
that
right.
held for quite some
Touche.
time. I'm just
I
saying,
love his
look,
history.
I'm just saying that there's, I mean, he's 31 years old. He's well on his way to being that guy. And one other thing about Otani, too. He hit a ball down the line against, I think it was against the Pirates last year, and you're thinking double, and he just cruised into third. You forget how fast he is.
Yeah, you don't think about the stolen bases. He's not running much
he
this
can
year.
motor,
He can
too.
motor.
You know? He just has it all. I mean,
He really
he's a phenomenal player. Is he the greatest of all time? He might be.
It's a joy.
He might be.
You know, I feel fortunate when we get to watch guys of his caliber, even when Aaron Judge comes in, but we've dominated him over the last couple of years. But watching him just go out and do what he's doing is remarkable. I mean, just think, he's throwing a bullpen, not tomorrow, but the next day to get ready for his next start, but he'll also hit that day and lead off. That's nuts. That's a high school kid.
Yeah, and he's check the scouting report. Let's see who I'm facing today on the mound, and then let's see who I'm facing at the plate.
It's nuts.
And put all that together and just be the best at both in the entire league is pretty incredible.
It's amazing.
It really
for
is
sure.
amazing.
It's incredible.
Whose first was more impressive, you or Tyler? More impressive.
2 pumps is crazy. Otani's crazy, so I'm going to give that to Cal.